big town. It's 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 big town. Hello, big nerds. I am Josh, and I am just Joshin. Welcome to Big Town.
Can I enter here, Josh? Am I?
Yeah. Feel free to join in.
Thank you. I'm Jesse. I'm the second host of this podcast.
That's right, and very soft spoken today.
Yes.
Did I scare you, Jesse?
You did. I didn't. I had no context that was going to be happening.
Yeah, well, that was a little reference to something, Jesse. We'll get to that later.
All right. Well,
Jesse, what is this? Where are we?
Well, Josh, I'll tell you. We appear to be in Big Town, which is the home of improvisational comedy podcasts, as you know, or at least
amazing.
This one specific improvisational comedy podcast, I should specify.
Yeah. Not any others.
Yes, and in this we have, if I understood your telegraph correctly, we have two distinct parts to this.
That is true. Yep. Here in Big Town, we got something we like to call a montage of short scenes, completely improvised and inspired by true stories, which are inspired by words. But that's not all, because we also have the Big Town big scene, which is a whole improvised story from start to finish. And that's all going to happen today with you and me, just like every week. But wait, hold on. Not just us, Jesse.
What?
We have today a special guest.
This wasn't discussed with me.
None of this was. This was all a surprise. My intro was crazy. But it was actually a reference to another podcast that I'm a fan of. And that podcast is called the Dictionary Podcast. And, that podcast is hosted by someone who is here with us today. It's Spencer James Parks. Hi, Spencer.
Woo! Hi, Josh and Jesse.
Hello.
Am I correct that you go by all three names?
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Great.
It's just more cool sounding if it's all three. I don't know.
I agree.
Also, I've been called Chester and Simon and a whole other range of names that when people can't remember my name. So anything is fine.
All right, Chester, Simon, Spencer, James Parks. Great to have you here.
Great to be here. I am very curious to see how this goes.
It's going to go great is how it's going to go. I love when we have special guests.
I'm curious to see the greatness.
Yes.
I love when we have guests
only have
here.
Special ones.
Yes. We've never had a mediocre guest, not once.
Until today.
Well, before we get into our usual stuff, I want to talk a little bit about what you do, Spencer, your podcast. Do you want to sort of describe your podcast to our one listener?
No, I do not.
All
but
right.
I will anyway.
Moving on.
So yeah, it's called The Dictionary, and I read the dictionary in short little sections. It's a big dictionary, like 8 by 10 or 8.5 by 11 pages, and I read a quarter of an episode a quarter of a page in each episode, and I talk about the words and the definitions and the etymology, and then I add to it in whatever way my brain decides to add in the moment. It could be personal thoughts and feelings, stories, jokes, I put in quotes.
I laugh.
But hey, as long as I laugh too. And sometimes it gets political and serious if it's a serious topic to talk about, and sometimes I have on guests, like I had Josh on my show.
Hello.
And that was a blast.
Yeah, that was
super,
so much
super
fun.
silly, fun episode.
I didn't know you were a fan of words, Josh.
I'm a word nerd from way back.
All those years ago.
Yeah.
And it's super fun to have a guest on because it adds another dimension and another brain and another energy and more information. And so I love it. And it's fun. And it would honestly just started off as a joke, the whole podcast, and it's turned into not a successful joke, but a more fun and educational joke. And I want to finish it. I'm in the E's right now.
I know, yeah. It's quite an undertaking. I think it's funny too. Oh yeah, go ahead.
At the rate you're going, when would you finish the whole dictionary?
Let's see. I started in 2019, and at the rate I was going, which was episodes airing 7 days a week, I estimated that I think it would take 16 years.
Oh, wow.
So 2035. But I have since gone down to 5 days a week, and also adding in like a 1 to 2 month break after each letter. So yeah, it's probably going to be like 20 or 30 years. Easy.
Wow.
At least you have something to do.
Oh yeah, I always got, and see, I like having a project. I like having something to do. So I've definitely given myself a project.
Yeah, you
Awesome.
guaranteed that for a good little while now.
For sure.
Well, that's awesome, Spencer, and that's available to hear anywhere that podcasts are heard.
And on YouTube,
And on YouTube.
now I'm doing the video, so you get to see this in this background 5 days a week.
And on Patreon too, right?
Patreon too, yeah, you get them really early. I'm probably like 4 weeks ahead. So yeah, $1 a month is all I need.
Is everything just the dictionary?
Social media, Facebook, it's the dictionary, and the other ones, just a few are Dictionary Pod at Dictionary Pod.
Right, and the Patreon as well. That's Spencer.
Patreon
that's
is the
one.
dictionary. That's the main one. Yeah, I don't want you to go anywhere else but Patreon.
I would say don't even listen to the show first. Go right to Patreon. Give
makes
as
a
much
lot
as
of
you give
sense.
beyond the maximum.
Yeah, sight unseen, podcast unheard. Just say, here's my money, here's my dollar. Once a month, you'll love it. It's worth $1. The amount of content that you get for $1 a month is like extraordinary. It's like 30 to 35 minutes per episode.
There you go.
That is true. It is. It's kind of. It's my kind of fun alternative to NPR. It's like I don't need the news every day. Honestly, I need to hear somebody read the dictionary.
I think more people need it. They don't even know that they need it. It's science.
Makes a lot of sense to
okay,
me.
Spencer. So typically, for us to get into our improv, we like to tell true stories, and we're inspired in our true stories by our random word generator. So if we just fire that up here and
Josh, what happened? What have you done?
oh no, you know what that ping means, right?
The pinging sound is not a good sound, Josh.
Yeah, I'm looking at the manual for the random word generator. It says if it sputters and then goes ping one time, that means it's broken.
Well, Josh, we don't have time
Oh
to
wait,
call
it just went ping twice. Wait. Oh wait, yeah, it says if it goes ping 2 times, it's also broken.
Well, that's not good for us, Josh. We don't have time to call the random word machine repairman in here while the
That's
episode
right.
while the episode is going on.
Well, it just occurred to me just now, not ahead of time, that on the Dictionary podcast every week, Spencer chooses a word of the day. And I say every week, every day he picks a word of the episode. So maybe we could just go through some recent words of the episode as our points of inspiration. What do you guys think?
I'm intrigued to try such a system. It's essentially a collaboration between two podcasts.
Wow, it's kind of like
that's never happened before.
I don't think so. I think this is the first time. It's kind of like synergy.
Yeah. All right, Josh. What words do you have?
Okay,
This could be interesting.
they're all going to start with E.
I was about to say.
So words I've got here that are among Spencer's favorites. We've got epitome, episodic, epiphany, epigram, epidemic, environmentalism, enunciate, and entropy. I strategically picked ones that, I randomly read ones that we would probably know the definition of without looking it up.
Pretty well.
Makes sense to me.
Environmentalism. Jesse, you're a vegetarian.
That is true, yes. For
Lifelong.
let me see here. 23 years now, yes.
23 years.
Yes.
It's a long time.
So you must have been pretty young when you made that choice?
Yes, I would have been 12 years old at the time.
Do you remember what, as a 12-year-old, made you feel that was...
We had a pet bunny at the time, and I was appalled by the idea that people would eat bunnies. Bunnies come up a lot in
Wait,
this.
you both had pet bunnies?
For a brief time.
Oh no!
Until it started chewing the boards at the bottom in the kitchen and peeing everywhere and jumping over the gates that we put around so it wouldn't go in the rest of the house. And did I say peeing everywhere?
Yeah,
and my mom thought I was allergic. So yeah, we didn't have it for too long. But
interesting thing about bunnies is they chew everything because their teeth never stop growing. They need to chew on things to grind them down. That's why
like beavers.
Yeah, exactly. Stuff. That's why they chew on wood and stuff. You give them wooden toys and whatnot.
Well, we did not know that.
I just got a cat. I'm looking at him right now.
Oh, really? Do you have any funny cat stories? What was the epiphany that led you to getting a cat, Josh?
That's I used to date someone who had a dog, and I lived with the dog, and this was many years ago. And since then, I've really missed, being able to take care of an animal. This is funny because a couple episodes ago, dog was a word. I couldn't think of a single dog story. Now I can, based on the word environmentalism. She had this little King Charles Spaniel. You know those? They're like just very adorable looking teddy bear things. And she lived, or her family lived far away, so she would travel for the holidays. And then my family's in Pennsylvania, from New York to Pennsylvania. So I would take the dog with me, and it was great. He would like sleep with me like a teddy bear. But then I also remember like my parents' dog is like really big and crazy, and like we had like an older relative come visit, and we were like, well, hold on to the big crazy dog. So this old man who's coming to see us, she doesn't like jump on him. And then, but I didn't think anything about this little tiny teddy bear that's been following me around. And this kindly old man, Mr. Knight, came in, and this little dog immediately just kind of like hopped and like pawed him, and he was like, whoa! Like he like very nearly fell based on that, and I felt terrible.
Think about how bad it would have been if the other dog was there.
I know we would have killed Mr. Knight.
So based on your dog experience, you were like, well, I like animals, but I'm not entirely pro dog, so I'm going to go for a cat.
Well, I like dogs actually, but wait, hold on.
Cats are less work for sure.
I know. I go to work all day. No, they are less work, but he's got something right now, and I don't know what it is. That's not for you.
He killed Mr.
It's a
Knight.
bottle cap.
He killed Mr. Knight,
Definitely
didn't he?
not for a cat.
That was Mr. Knight's body that you had to pull out of his mouth.
Wow, what have you done?
Do you guys know epigrams?
I just learned what this is from you.
From my podcast.
Yes.
Yeah, that's kind of where I learned about. I mean, I was familiar with like the name kind of, and when you learn about them, they're like, oh, okay, I didn't know it was called an epigram, but like an example is I pulled up one. I can resist everything except temptation. It's just like a short little like clever turn of phrase, kind
I
of.
can resist everything except temptation, which means that you actually can't resist everything.
Right.
That's very, yeah, I see.
That sounds like Groucho Marx or someone.
That one was Oscar Wilde, who seems to be the master of the epigram. But yes,
Right.
I'm sure Groucho Marx has some good ones.
Montage.
We all know why we are here. We've got to do something about Oscar Wilde.
Oh dear, yes. It seems every fine salon we have, there he comes with his little witticisms.
He's just sharp little cutting remarks.
He seems tempted by everything.
Yes, I am aware, and yet I asked him about that subject, and he replied to me, he can resist everything except temptation. I was in my carriage heading back home when it struck me the meaning of the true meaning of such a phrase.
The true me. Oh, that guy.
Yes. Just recently, he was taken seriously ill. I went down to visit him, feeling bad for the man, and I said, "How are you getting on, Oscar?" And he said, "Either the wallpaper goes or I do." It's just these little witticisms he comes up with. I don't know how he does it.
Well, I have a theory.
Oh,
I think he comes up with them
let's hear
ahead
it.
of time.
what?
He pre-plans?
Pre-plans. Yes.
Pre-planned epigram?
I think it's a pre-planned epigram.
That doesn't seem allowed.
I agree. The preposterous paradox of a pre-planned epigram should not be permitted in Victorian London.
Yes. Why? The preposterous paradox of a pre-planned epigram should not be allowed in Victorian London. Just to repeat what you said.
The witticisms he conceives truly make us all feel grieved.
I can hardly believe. So anyway, I was thinking perhaps we all could come up with our own pre-planned epigram.
Ooh, we could beat Wilde at his own game.
That's right.
Ingenious thought.
And then we can tell him.
And
we can tell him all about it.
I'll go first. I'm not the sort of person who's going to just cast aside the idea of coming up with an epigram. I'll come up with one right here on the spot.
All right, Forrester, let's hear it.
Okay. Whilst the day doth go long,
Yeah.
yet remains my pocketbook so short.
Whoa.
I see where you're coming from here. I have a few notes.
Notes? I think it was perfect.
Let's hear the notes.
All right, let's hear it.
Well, no one really describes their pocketbook as being short, do they?
I do all the time. All the time.
All the time.
Well,
Yes, I go to the store and what a fine brooch I see. I'd like to purchase it. Oh no, my pocketbook is a mere 2 inches high. Can't fit any money in there. Too short.
Certainly your bank account could be drawn short. So I do see where you're coming from here.
Oh,
That's not much
okay,
better.
you do have a point there. Yes.
All right. Lazy.
Well, I suppose you have something better then, Withermeyer?
Well, let's see. All right. I've got it. This might help us brainstorm, okay? You know, Wilde always has them in response to a situation. So if we're going to pre-plan them, we should think ahead of the situation we'll be in where we want to drop the great witticism. So what's something that happens to us a lot, us three stuffy Victorian men who are jealous of Oscar Wilde, who randomly burst
my
into
glasses.
2 sentences of musical.
My glasses get foggy.
Ooh, okay, all right.
That happens.
Befogged spectacles?
So here, all right.
The very same.
So we arrive. Say we arrive at the club at the gentleman's club, and someone says, "Oh, Lazenby, your spectacles are befogged," will you reply to him then like, "Better befogged spectacles than a befogged mind"?
Was that pre-planned?
Yeah, I did write it 6 months ago. Yes, I hired Dickens.
As if he knew. Oh, the best.
Yes, but it's not really paradoxical, is it?
How do you mean?
Well, both things are befogged.
Well, it doesn't have to be a paradox. You're just saying that because of the temptation thing. But wild, it just has to be like a short, clever phrase.
I think the paradoxical nature of an epigram is makes it, it takes it to the next level. It really heightens it, but I do not think it is necessary to be paradoxical.
All right.
Now, gentlemen, if you don't mind, I will be conducting the rest of our conversation from inside this large tin can, so my voice may sound rather hollow and tinny and echoey in an unpleasant way. But I can't help it because I'm in a big can. Luckily, this will only affect me for the duration of this particular short scene. This is not because a cat ran into my microphone and unplugged it by accident. Anyway, as I was saying... Well, perhaps Lazenby, have you got an idea for one?
Let's workshop a situation here. What happens to us a lot? All right.
My petticoat gets caught in the carriage door.
Oh, that happens to me all the time. All the time.
It happens to everyone. Is that not too universal a situation? Is that not too everyone experiences that?
We want to guarantee opportunities to use our
good point.
pre-planned
Okay.
epigrams.
The petticoat has been caught in the carriage door. What do we say?
My coat may get stuck, but so does my brain. I don't know. It could use some workshopping, maybe.
All right.
I did not pre-plan that one.
We're doing a lot of, this happens, and so does this.
Does anybody remember any other Oscar Wilde epigrams that he pre-planned so professionally?
Yes.
Well, just off the top... Oh, I believe I can help with that.
Oscar Wilde!
Correct, the very same.
How did you get in here?
Oh, how did I get in, you ask?
Is that a crowbar? Did you break our window?
Was it the crowbar which broke the window, or the window which allowed me to see in?
See, he knew he was coming here to break the window. He totally could have come up with that ahead of time.
He did. It didn't sound pre-planned, though. Not that one.
Well, I'd say I can't help it. I just have to be myself. Everyone else is taken.
Curse you, Wilde!
Oh, the ponderous paradox of a pre-planned epigram is the most wonderful time.
Oh, curses! My petticoat! It's stuck!
Lazenby, what was the line? What was the line?
The coat may get stuck, but my brain also does.
Boo!
Yes, terrible
All
epigram.
of Victorian England is booing us, and our coat's still stuck. Well, my spectacles may be befogged, but so is other things.
Welcome to the animal shelter. What kind of pet are you interested in?
Do you have a snake?
We do, absolutely. This is Noodle right here.
A snake with no head.
Yes, right here. This snake has no head at all. It's just bleeding constantly. We don't know why it's still alive.
Does it have a tail?
The snake does have a tail.
I don't want that. No, that's not a good snake. I don't.
Perhaps
want
you'd be interested over here. We have a hamster that has no limbs or head itself. It's just a sphere.
I'll take it.
All right,
Now, son. I just I want you to think this through, okay? You know, we've gone through a few pets, okay? We always end up we get home, and then truly the number of things that goes wrong with each individual animal, it's kind of staggering.
I lost count. Dad.
Yeah. So maybe we go for something a little more typical this time.
Typical, you say? I think I might have just the thing you guys might like.
Thank you very much, Scott.
Yes.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
Here, we have a velociraptor. Now, they ruled the Earth for millions of years.
Wait.
Dad, they have a velociraptor?
How did this happen?
Well, we harvested the DNA from a mosquito who had gotten trapped in amber. It's a long story.
Dad, they harvested the blood, the DNA from the mosquito in the amber, and they got dino DNA.
Okay,
Dad,
this has got to be they got to be hard to take care of, right? Like,
oh yes, no, they are undomesticatable and quite vicious.
That's never stopped me before.
It hasn't. But
perhaps something a little bit more cuddly. Yeah. Okay, right over here. This
cuddly. Okay.
Colloquially, we call it a face hugger because it will attach.
Oh, that sounds nice.
It will attach directly to its victim's face to implant eggs within them, which will then hatch out and grow into the fully grown xenomorph life form.
Is there anything I can do to teach this so-called face hugger not to implant eggs on me, its master, but maybe to send it off onto other people?
Well, we haven't had any luck.
Do you have enemies or something?
Well, not so much enemies as in frenemies.
So you want to use this
siblings,
killer alien as a prank on your sister?
If the occasion arises, we'll see.
Listen, Scott, level with me, okay? The last pet we had was a gerbil. Seems completely innocuous, right? The thing is running all around the house. It gets into the drain. We have a clog for 3 days. And our entire living room is flooded. Then it. It's running all around us. My kid is allergic to it.
I miss Derby.
It started spoiling the ends of movies. I don't know how it did that. It couldn't talk until we started watching a movie.
Sure.
So if we couldn't handle a gerbil, do you think we're going to handle the face hugger from the movie Alien? Correct.
Well, yes. Well, all right. It sounds like you need something a little bit more low maintenance then.
Yes,
where's the fun in that?
I like the fun. The fun is that we have a nice cuddly pet, and our day isn't ruined.
Sure. Well, right here is the blob. You don't need to feed it or anything. It just keeps expanding and consuming all organic matter in its path. It requires. You don't have to walk it. You don't have to take it out. You don't have to. It doesn't require any veterinary visits.
Does it creep and leap?
Yeah, it looks like it's sliding and gliding across the floor and through the door and all around the wall.
All of these things, yes.
Seems very upbeat for something so slow, but okay.
This blob has been here for 4 years. It's one of our oldest residents. We would love to get it
You call the pets in your pet store residents?
This is an animal shelter, there for 4 years. Sir. We are trying to find forever homes for all of our animals here.
Is this blob considered elderly? Are we going to need to, is this like its last home?
Yeah, are we going to need to get elderly blob food?
See, the thing is, we're not really sure because the blob will simply reproduce by mitosis, splitting into two separate blobs. So it could be argued that this is the same blob as has always existed since the dawn of life on Earth, but this one also could have budded relatively recently.
This blob could be immortal?
It's possible, yeah. In fact, I've been telling people who get consumed by it that should be some comfort. Because in a way, they'll always exist within
They'll live on forever.
Yeah.
I think in general, people should be careful of the blob.
All right. Well,
Look, don't you have, like a dog, a bird?
We have a dog. Yes, we do have a dog right
There
here.
we go. I like that. This is much better. And it's not the demon dogs from Ghostbusters, right?
Of course not. It's
Okay.
the husky from John Carpenter's The Thing.
Okay.
Oh, yes. Oh, Dad, that's the one. That's the one. That's got to be it. Yeah.
It can't. That can't be it. It can't be. There's no. I'm sorry. I got to put my foot down. You're not going to convince me to take home any of a number of types of alien parasites or a dinosaur.
That seems a little bit close-minded of you.
Where are we with that body, snake body, no head, no tail? That one also, that might be the most cuddly of the bunch. Maybe Dad, that's like a good compromise that we could make.
Son, I guess you're right. And I feel bad. These animals need a home. All right, we'll take the headless, blood-spraying snake.
Hold on.
Huh?
You changed your mind pretty quickly there.
Yeah.
Sir, legally, you have to tell me if the thing assimilated you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Because the dog is no longer in the cage.
Okay, fine.
And
I'm just gonna. Anyway, let me just turn down the thermostat here. Why don't we just sit here quietly and
see what
wonder?
happens. Because I guess any of us actually could be the thing.
Yeah. This place is extremely unsafe.
I mean,
This is the coolest animal shelter ever.
you could have read our Yelp review.
Okay, well, let me just make one. Let me be clear. I'm being a little bit coy. I'm not the thing, and just so you know,
Well, then it's me or him.
at the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark, the Nazis' faces melt.
Right? Wait.
I'm spoiling movies.
Damn it, Dad, I haven't seen that one yet.
Wait a minute.
Crystal Skull is the best.
Beep, beep, beep. Tss. This is a Men in Black suit, isn't it? You're a gerbil inside that suit.
Well, you caught me.
Dad?
You never had a father. Goodbye.
No.
Does that mean I'm part gerbil?
Into the cage you go. And I'm gonna write
Wait, is
up.
that where Jerby went all those months ago?
It seems that he killed and replaced your father. Yes, I'm sorry. Well, don't worry. We're gonna find him a forever home.
Beware of the blob, it creeps and leaps and glides and slides across the floor, right through the door and all around the wall. A splotch, a blotch, be careful of the blob.
Well, look. Look who it is, my grandkids come to visit me.
Hi, Poppy.
Hello
hi, Granddad.
there. Why so sour, Marcus?
Well, because I'm a teenager, and
I see.
we do tend to react to things with a bit of a sour disposition. Unlike Poppy here.
I'm 4 years old.
Yes, Poppy who says hello to himself all the time.
Hi, Poppy.
He cannot. He can't distinguish between himself and the image in the mirror. You know that, Granddad.
Well, I'm supposed to look after you two today while your parents are out, but as you know, I'm your most frail and easily damaged relative.
All right. Well, why don't we just watch TV or something? Do you have a PlayStation?
I'm free, so
Brandon?
nothing bad could happen.
Good thinking, Poppy. All right, why don't I turn on the television? Oh dear, the mere press of a button has broken my finger.
Granddad,
Oh,
what happened?
Oh, don't worry about it. As you get older, your knuckles turn into hinges that go in any which direction.
I don't want to get old.
Well, right now, a boy of 3, you merely are.
look.
This is how I
Hey.
talk.
Is that Oscar Wilde walking by? You don't want to get old. Well, it's better than the alternative.
That's quite funny. Oh dear, my lung has collapsed from laughing.
Granddad, maybe you should just lie
Poppy
down.
love Oscar Wilde.
I should what?
You should just lie down.
Oh, I don't know. Anytime my body becomes horizontal, my feet want to migrate to my back so that they are on the ground then.
But Granddad, like you're bleeding from the eyes right now.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like the shade of green on Poppy's shirt was too much for your eyes to be able to
Ecto
handle.
cooler.
No, son, this isn't delicious ecto cooler. Which of course is from Ghostbusters.
Right.
Yes, it was a rather bright green shirt.
Look, Granddad, we don't want you to overtax yourself. Look,
Oh, it's no bother. I'm here to take care of my grandchildren.
Look, I'm 14, Poppy's 4. I think we can handle ourselves on our
I'm
own.
4 years old.
He is 4. He has no sense
Hi,
of object.
Poppy.
He has no sense of identity or object permanence. But at the same time, he also can't be killed by a stiff breeze, unlike you. So I really think.
Oh, Poppycock, it's been so long since a breeze has harmed me. In fact, I think I'll open the window now.
Grandpa, no!
Whoa!
Grandpa, your arms! They're gone!
Oh dear. Well, look at that. All
They just
gone right out
disintegrated.
the dust in the wind. All we are is dust in the wind.
Grandpa, please, just take it easy for today. Here, why don't I turn on one of your radio programs that you like?
Ah, okay. Is there a new,
Yes?
what's one of those detectives?
Matlock?
Yeah,
I
is there
like
a new Matlock?
Well, that
What
was
do you
a
like,
TV.
Poppy?
I like the shadow.
Let's see if we can find the shadow.
Oh, Gen Alpha, always listening to the shadow on the radio.
Who knows what evil lurks within the hearts of men? The shadow knows.
Oh,
Grandpa, what's wrong? What's happening?
the not knowing. The shadow knows things that I don't, and it has split my brain into 2.
Grandpa, you had to be aware that was the introduction of the shadow program. They say the
I
same thing
know.
every episode.
Yes, good point. I usually tune in a little after that.
Grandpa, is
I'm
your
sorry.
brain showing signs of entropy?
Why, yes, I think it is. In fact, why, this is giving me perspective I've never had before. I'm having a sort of a epitome.
What? You
Yeah, I'm having
epitome
an
of what?
epitome.
an epitome
That's
of what?
I'm learning about life, and it's given me an epitome. Oh, I see. I've confused those 2 similar sounding words. Ugh! And now I die of embarrassment. Goodbye, grandchildren.
I wish. That's very sad, Poppy. I'm sorry that you had to watch our grandfather slowly disintegrate over the course of this afternoon. I really wish I had some kind of, clever bit of wisdom within one sentence that I could say to comfort you, perhaps, or provide some perspective on this. But I don't have any such wisdom.
No, Oscar Wilde probably didn't die of syphilis.
What?
That's what
Oscar
happened when I Googled Oscar Wilde death.
That's good to hear, I guess. I mean, obviously, Oscar Wilde didn't die of anything because you're right here.
Because I'm right here!
There he is! Get him!
Oh no!
We'll show him for coming up with all these clever phrases. My petticoat! It's stuck again!
Petticoats! Oh dear! Petticoats!
Poppy's glasses are getting fogged.
Your Poppy! Well, that was the montage. That was the small scenes. Fellas, is it time for the big town big scene?
I think it might be time for the big scene, Josh.
That's right. Well, usually we use random words to inspire us, or a fact about a bird.
Right. Or a bird fact.
But
with our random word generator broken.
Right, and Spencer still needs to get through a third ping. Let's see. If it pings 3 times, it's broken. Yeah, that's what I thought.
I'm just going to keep pinging for the rest of...
Yeah. And of course, Spencer needs to read the rest of the dictionary to have a full knowledge of all the different kinds of birds.
Sure.
We did learn from the dictionary that the eagle has the power of flight.
We didn't know that before, but we know it now.
Interesting.
That's how Spencer's dictionary phrased it. Is
Yeah.
Eagle, known for the power of flight.
Nice. I'm glad to hear
It's like a
they do.
superpower.
They've got something going for them.
Well, maybe rather than a bird fact or just random words, we could use a full definition of a word.
Ooh.
As defined by the dictionary.
All right, let's hear it, Josh. What have you got?
Well, okay. What I have here is a word that I learned from Spencer's podcast. I learned this from episode 59 of the E's. That episode is called Eloquent to Elver, featuring Josh Pilch. Okay.
I remember it fondly.
Probably our listeners should listen to that also.
They won't.
E59, you say?
E59, and so I'm gonna read a definition from that. I'm gonna take the role of Spencer now, and this is gonna inspire our improv. I'm gonna read the definition of the word of the episode, else.
Else.
Okay, else. This, and I'm gonna try to do it like Spencer. This is an adverb. Fuck. This is an adverb.
That's exactly what I sound like.
I'm not as prepped as you usually are. There's a bunch of stuff I don't know what it means. The first definition: in a different manner or place or at a different time, as in how else could he have acted, or here and nowhere else. There's another definition for this.
Okay.
In an additional manner or place or at an additional time. As in, where else is gold found? And Spencer and I had a little fun with that part of it. And now there's a second definition, which is if not or otherwise, as in leave or else you'll be sorry, or used absolutely to express a threat, as in, do what I tell you or else. And then something about etymology. I don't quite understand this. Spencer is better at this than I am.
Not much.
So, Jesse, Spencer, does hearing the definition of the word else inspire a big scene?
It sure does, Josh.
All right, let's go.
Well, well, well. If it isn't Slam Cracklaw, the most dangerous criminal on death row.
Yeah, that's me. What's it to you?
Mr. Cracklaw, I represent a government program.
Oh, yeah? What kind of government program? You know, I don't take too kindly to governments.
We're aware of that, Cracklaw, but I think you'll be intrigued by what we have to offer. If you do exactly what we say, then you get to go free. But you better do it exactly right, or else.
Sounds like there might be a catch here.
There's definitely a catch, Cracklaw. But do you accept?
Hey, I just been wasting away in prison here. And all this time, all of my incredible action-y skills have been going to waste. Better off out there dying than I am wasting away in between these walls. Is that kind of a epigram?
No.
I didn't think so. Anyway, go on.
All right.
Tell me what you want, G-Man.
The name is Agent Vague. And I will explain what I want at a later time. But I need to know, do you accept the terms of our deal?
Yeah, I accept. I don't like
Excellent.
it, but I accept.
Excellent. Open the cell door. We're bringing him with us.
Opening the cell door. Open the cell door.
All right. They have a lot of rules and processes they have to go through in a prison of this.
Close the cell door. Close the cell
okay.
door.
Oh, wait, I didn't come out yet. Hold on.
Oh, open the cell
No,
door.
we gotta
Open the
redo
cell
it. We
door.
gotta start over.
All right. Okay, so it's going to stay open because I don't want to walk through and it starts closing.
No,
There's
he
a
said he's
time
gonna-
limit. Come on.
All right, just,
Okay,
come on.
so I'm going to walk right on through now. Okay.
All right.
Close
Now
the cell door. Close the
Okay,
cell
great,
door.
great. Good.
Okay. Okay. All right, Cracklaw, come with me.
What a long hallway we're walking down.
That I knew you'd be surprised by the length of the hallway. You probably don't remember it being this long when you came to this prison.
No, I don't. I also don't remember all this hustle and bustle happening around here.
That's because in the middle of the night we relocated
Or the circus.
We relocated your entire cell to a hidden government facility concealed under Circus Circus in Las Vegas.
How?
Very, very carefully, obviously. Now, if you'll step into this large
I
conference
didn't
room,
mean. Okay.
you might notice a large illuminated world map on one wall.
Huh? Oh, yeah. I do notice that.
You might also notice this harried-looking older man carrying a bunch of papers and wearing a white lab coat.
Don't mind me.
Allow me to introduce Dr. Tom Noddy. Doctor.
Naughty?
Yeah, Dr. Tom Noddy.
That's the name I was born with.
Dr. Tom Noddy, this is
My
Slam
name?
Crack.
And that's not the name I was born with. I took my wife's last name. Jane
Yes,
Cracklaw.
Yes, his original name was Slam Jones.
Your maiden name was Slam Jones?
Matron name.
The point being,
Okay.
Dr. Tom Noddy here is one of the United States' foremost scientists.
I can spot an egghead from a mile away.
Well, I already
Oh, you're just
introduced
saying
him
that
as a...
because my head's open like an egg.
Yeah, I also could spot your big gaping wound pretty easily. Are you gonna
That's right.
do something about that, or?
Right now, we don't have
No,
the
we haven't
time.
learned that. No time. No time. I'm
Dr.
very
Tom Noddy-
old.
Dr. Tom Noddy was injured by agents of a mysterious organization called Cruel. The Coalition for Revenge,
And-
Unkindness, Evil, and Lawlessness.
You think I don't know about cruel? All of those words are my middle name.
Your name is Slam, Coalition of Revenge, Unkindness, Evil, and Lawlessness, Cracklaw? Nay,
That's right.
Jones?
Yeah, that's right. What's it to ya? Don't wear it out.
All right, well, Dr. Tom Noddy's was attacked by agents of this organization, Cruel, and they stole a very dangerous experiment from him. We need you to get it back.
How will I know the experiment when I see it?
Dr. Tom Noddy?
Well, it will be very big
There you go.
and very experimental.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You'll know it when you see it.
You'll definitely know it when you see it, yeah.
All right. It's big.
It's very big. Now, this experiment could represent a tipping point in the balance of power across the planet. And that we've sent in numerous special forces teams, and they've all disappeared. That's why I obtained authorization to release you, Slam Cracklaw, from prison as our last desperate attempt to infiltrate Cruel's island base and recover the experiment.
All right. Sounds pretty good to me. I'd be happy to do it. You just let me out of here, and I'll do exactly what you said. Don't worry.
Well, you better.
I won't go. By the way, I'm not gonna just go off on my own and not do this. That sounds appealing to me, even with this particularly bomb-like headache I have right now. But why
might
are you
have noticed.
laughing?
As you were, could you step over here to this vanity mirror we have?
Yeah, okay. So, all right, the mirror will show me what I can see, just like superficially outside of my body, right?
Right here on your forehead. A 24-hour countdown timer.
You taped a bomb to me?
We did. And you're not going to be able to pull that tape off, not without a great deal of discomfort.
Oh man, gorilla tape. So
Actually,
sticky.
Dr. Tom Noddy, maybe we can tape that wound closed while we're at
Oh,
it.
science hasn't reached that level yet, but what's taped to your forehead is the best science can provide. The strongest tape imaginable. You're never taking that bomb off.
That's right. That bomb will count down for 24 hours. When the time is up, it will explode, destroying you completely.
I look so
Unless-
stupid. Why couldn't you surgically implant it in my head instead of just taping it to me?
You've got stuff in your head. The head has important things inside it. Dr. Tom
I'm the
Noddy,
one
of
who
all
told
people,
him
knows
that.
this.
Yes, I tried to do it to myself and it just wouldn't work.
Yep.
The brain we've learned is just way too important.
Oh, there we go. Chekhov's gaping wound. Now we understand.
Absolutely. Now, that bomb will count down, and when it reaches 0, it will explode, killing you, unless I enter in the code to disarm it.
You son of a bitch. You think you can get away with this?
Yes.
We definitely do.
Yep.
You're probably right about that. All right. I'll undergo your mission, but
Excellent.
remember, I'm an expert in knife play as well as parachuting and tap dancing. So I'm
The
gonna
parachuting should come in handy because it's on an island. So we're going to fly you over and drop you like a bomb onto the island.
Yep.
I don't appreciate that metaphor, but
Furthermore, here is what appears to be an ordinary, nondescript briefcase. But flip these clasps. The briefcase is full of knives.
hello.
And tap shoes.
There is a set of tap shoes in there, too. We're not 100% sure we got your size right, but I hope it's right.
Oh, I measured.
Oh, good. While you were asleep, Dr. Tom Noddy came into your cell and
Exactly.
measured your feet.
Yes.
So
Among other things.
well, let me get this straight based on what you just said. I was asleep, probably sedated. While that happened, you taped a bomb to my head, measured my feet and my penis. Is that what you're telling me right now?
Well, I mean, if we were going to measure your feet, it was already creepy. We might as well measure the penis.
That's
right?
science.
Right.
Science
Dr.
is
Tom
it's
Noddy-
already. Never mind.
Dr. Tom
Fine.
Noddy's expertise is he's a statistician. So he takes down a lot of measurements to compare
I
to the
measure-
national average.
Everything,
And,
constantly measuring.
How does it compare?
It's okay.
It's okay.
That's what I figured.
All right. Now that you've agreed and you've got your equipment, initiate circus takeoff. Beep, beep, beep.
Whoa! We're flying
That's
way
right.
up in the air.
That's right. The entire casino and entertainment area is secretly a vertical takeoff and flying platform. Now, I'm directing
Should have
us
seen it
towards.
coming.
I'm directing us toward Cruel Island.
This is your captain speaking. We are reaching our cruising altitude of 30,000 feet. If you look to the left, you will see Evil Island. If you look to your right, you will see Happy Island. But we are going straight forward to Cruel Island. We will be landing in... Not landing. I misspoke. We will not be landing. But Mr. Slam Cracklaw will be dropping out of the plane in 3, 2,
Wait,
1.
what? Those sons of bitches. Thank God I never go anywhere without a parachute on my back. There we go. Let me use my cool binoculars that show everything in kind of like a green outline. There's a good spot to land right there, just outside the entrance to that big metal building. And
So, how do you like working for Cruel? I kind of like it. I think they do a pretty good job with the whole. All we have to do is stand out here and hold these big guns, and yeah, I think it's great. Like,
I think
it's not a
it's
hard job.
not hard at all.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just standing, holding guns.
Sure,
like
it's
it.
not like an especially challenging job, but at the same time, I'm doing night school. I don't want to overextend myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got so much homework I can barely do anything but stand
Hold
and
on.
hold guns. Huh?
Do you hear that?
Ha! Knives! our job got much harder.
I'm not trained for this.
In the last few seconds, it became very difficult.
Then the last few seconds of our lives also.
I'm never gonna graduate night school.
Well, you just graduated from life, kid.
Oh, cool.
No, I mean like from being alive. Anyway, all right. Let me open this door. Oh, wait, first, I'll take your clothes. All right. Here I sneak inside. What the hell are they doing in here anyway?
Quickly, we need more of the substance.
The substance.
The substance, the substance.
The substance. The
The
substance.
substance. The substance.
I found a directory here. There's a lab right in the center of this whole place. Now I just gotta find me a bunch of eggheads to follow in there.
We sure do love doing science here, don't we?
Oh, yes, we
Don't
do.
let the substance touch your skin. It's really volatile.
Oh, I heard. It's so volatile. I love the volatile nature of the substance. Do you know that it has a pH of almost 1 million?
Yeah, 987,942 to be exact, actually.
Oh,
I thought pH only went up to 12.
who are you?
Not here on Cruel Island.
Oh, me?
Why are you dressed in 3 sets of guards' clothes?
Didn't you hear? They ran out of scientist uniforms. They said 3 guards uniforms equals 1 scientist uniform.
Well, that's
that-
true because our coats are extra specially protected. So yeah, that tracks. Yeah.
That's
Probably
true.
because of the substance.
If the substance
Yep.
gets on our coats, it can still be washed out, unlike the rest of you who would be killed.
Yes, well, anyway, I'm here. I'm a scientist just like you. I'm a real egghead. My name's Dr. Crash. Slip. Okay.
Crash Slipokay. I think I've read some of your work, Doctor.
Oh, yeah, I've been published in many journals.
So, were you also approached directly by the super cruelest?
Yeah, that's right. That guy, he came to me.
Yes, I'm quite excited for the project. We're really going to change the world here, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. Just remind me how as we walk to the laboratory.
Certainly. Which, of course, you're going in the wrong direction. It's this way.
Yep, I know.
So what do you know? Whatever, I can't, doctor. What do you know about the
My
substance?
name's Slam. I mean, Crash.
Crash. Yeah.
We've all misspoken our first names in the past. Yes, what is your area of expertise?
My area of expertise is knives, parachuting, and tap dancing.
That doesn't sound like a scientific...
I mean biology.
Oh, well, then perhaps we should, instead of going directly to the lab, we should take a detour to the cells so you can see our latest creations.
Oh, I'm very excited about these creations.
Oh,
Yeah, me too.
All right, let's go over here. Now, this door, of course, only unlocks when I press my palm print against it. Beep. By the way, Dr. Crash, can I call you Crash?
Sure.
I can't help but notice that you have a large beeping object taped to your head.
Oh, this old thing? It's, fashion.
Oh, I knew it. I knew we should have taped things to our heads. We've been on the island for a while.
Yeah.
Many, many years. Huh. I think I have something similar in my office. I think maybe I'll go tape that on my forehead.
That's a good idea. I've got a stapler I could do.
You can staple it to my head, even
There
better.
you go. Anyway, here are the cells. As you can see, on this side, we have normal people who have been captured and locked in these cells. We don't like it in here. Let us out.
Please save us!
It's not good.
I have a wife and kids.
Oh no, I, Abner, do not like it here in the cell. What do you think, Wabner?
I, your brother, Wabner, am also against our presence in the cell.
Yes, we are two characters that appear quite often in this world. What do you think, BB Butters?
I think being in this cell is not the most pleasurable experience of my life.
Keep it down in there.
It's
Clang, clang, clang.
Well,
you can't keep me down.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
They're
but that third guy is kind of like those other two guys, right? Like
In a
there's a
way.
similarity between them, huh?
Anyway, the normal people are on this side. And over on this side, we have the genetic mutations we've created with the substance.
I have a lobster claw.
And I have a scorpion tail.
I have snake fangs coming out of my hands.
Wild.
I was combined with a headless snake, so I just spray blood all the time.
He's the coolest of them.
Yes, he's the coolest of us all.
This is,
Most impressive, isn't it, Crash?
yeah, that's right. Oh, what do you mean for all these creatures to do anyway?
Well, this has just been experimenting with the substance. They're not really for anything other than we thought it was really cool to make a guy with a snake fangs in his palms.
In fact, he's the one who he accidentally got the substance on his skin. So you got to be real careful with that stuff.
But that's just an
I
experiment.
made a mistake.
As soon as we use the stolen device taken from Dr. Tom Noddy, the aerosolizer, the substance will be spread throughout the atmosphere of the entire planet.
The device, you say?
Oh,
Why
yeah.
don't you take me to see that now? In fact, that's what I'm supposed to be doing, you see? They called in a biologist to fix the device.
Or perhaps you should come with me. I thought I recognized you, Slam Cracklaw. Don't you recognize me, your old partner, handsome assassin?
Handsome assassin. So you're the supreme cruelster.
Oh, no. No. I was simply taken into his employ. The super cruelest is even more diabolical than all that. But you'll never have to worry about that. Because first, I'm going to shoot these two incompetent scientists.
Now, what'd you have to do that for?
Because I'm a jerk. And now I holster the gun and I draw a knife. I could have shot you, Cracklaw, but instead I, out of a twisted and perverse sense of honor, will fight you in your preferred method.
Listen, handsome. And again, this always happens. I'm not flirting with you. That is your name.
I know. Still, it's also accurate.
Look, I don't want to be here doing this any more than you want me here. Maybe
Clang, clang, clang. Of course not.
push you against a window.
Well, what now, Slam Cracklaw? Will you kill me? Even if you manage to do that, you won't be able to stop the super cruelest from activating the device, spreading the substance across the planet, and turning all of humanity into weird mutants.
Never in my life did I think I would end up in this situation that it so oddly mirrors both Escape from New York and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem.
Correct. And yet here you are.
Here I am, and here you are. I've slipped my backpack onto your back.
What?
Did you notice?
I didn't during the knife fight, but that's all right. As long as I'm standing by this window and it's closed, I'm not in any danger.
Kick it open. Pull the string. There he goes. Guess I'm on my own now. I'll keep running down this hallway. Okay, the experiment was big and experimenty. Let's see, in that window, rather small and conclusive proofy. That's not it. In this window, medium-sized and hypothesized. That's not it. Aha! I'm gonna open this door.
Intruders! Super cruelest! There's an intruder in the room!
Yeah, that's right. Here I am. And you better be ready for a knife fight.
But I am ready.
Now, what am I looking at here?
A gigantic, robotic suit whose hands are big knives.
So you're the super cruelest.
And worse.
He's
Getting
out of his big suit.
Don't you recognize me, Slam? Your beloved wife?
Jane!
Whose name
Jane
you took?
Cracklaw!
That's right. I am the super cruelest.
I never saw this coming. Jane, what are you doing here?
After you were arrested and thrown in prison, I was in a dark place in my life. I thought I would never see you again, and that drove me to become cruel. And I was determined to share that cruelty with the whole world. And so, we developed this plan to turn the whole world into weird mutants.
But this is great, Jane. Don't you see? We've been reunited. I know. I'm sorry about what happened all those years ago, but you know, I tore the thing off of the mattress. I had to pay the price.
It's too late, Slam. I have a new man now.
What?
Mm-hmm. This is Gary. We met at
Is
Jamba
it-
Juice.
That's him here?
Yeah.
Hey, babe. What's up?
Hey.
What's going on?
Oh, sorry.
I was just drinking my Jamba Juice.
It's my ex.
Oh, this is your ex?
Yeah.
Wasn't he, like, in jail?
Yeah.
Yeah, Slam Cracklaw. Nice to meet you.
He took my name.
It's cool. That's not weird at all.
No, even though we're now separated, he kept it.
He kept
People
it.
do that.
Does that mean that I have to take your name?
No, I'm gonna
Babe?
No, I'm gonna take your
You're
name.
engaged?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. You couldn't see it because of the knife suit, but
Oh, congratulations.
thank you.
Shut up, everybody. This is so awkward for me. Okay,
Well, I'm sorry. I know that this is not the way you would have wanted to find out about me and Gary, but I
wouldn't have wanted to find it out at all.
Well, guards, seize him!
Get off of me. Knife. Oh, I dropped some knives.
That's right. There are
Oh,
more
no.
of us than you have knives.
Oh, no. I have 19 knives and there's 20 guards.
I'm number one, number two, number three, number four.
You won't get away with this, Jane, and neither will you. Sorry.
Oh, it's Gary. Yeah.
Gary.
man.
Gary.
I hope we can hang out sometime.
Gary is the general manager of the Jamba Juice here on the island.
Oh, I mean, it's not
There's
that big of a deal.
The Jamba Juice is here. I'm an expert in knife play and
Take him to-
tap dancing.
Take him to the vat. Throw him into the substance. He can be distributed across the world. Maybe some of the mutants will come out weird like you, Slam.
Wait, isn't that substance just like Jamba Juice?
Yeah, I got the razzmatazz from the Jamba Juice. No one orders it, so I tested it, and it turns out it turns people into weird mutants. So then I stole this doctor's aerosolizing machine, which will turn all your razzmatazz into a cloud of mutating vapor that will cover the world. Because I guess I went pretty mad after Slam and I broke up. Even though I'm in a better place now, I still want to. Still want to finish the job, yeah. Anyway, throw Slam.
That all makes
That's smart,
perfect
babe.
sense.
Throw Slam into the vat. And
I'm dangling above.
1, 2,
Oh no.
3,
Whoa!
3.5,
Oh no, okay. Here it comes. Any minute now.
4.
Whoa!
Let go!
Okay,
that-
at least let go.
that's the end of Slam Cracklaw. At least he didn't die to that giant bomb that was on his head. That would have been awkward. I guess I did him a favor, Gary. Well, I think we should stream the new Mission Impossible tonight after we activate the machine and mutate the planet.
Yeah, babe, that's the best way to end the night.
Absolutely.
I'll go get the popcorn.
Great. All right. Scientists, activate the device.
Okay, sir.
Ma'am.
Ma'am, whatever you prefer.
Boop, boop, boop. We're turning a lot of switches, flicking a lot of We're different scientists from the one who got shot earlier, but
This place is full of scientists.
Yeah.
And we all sound the same because we're eggheads.
absolutely, we all have that nasally, reedy voice. Turning the knobs
And
and
glasses.
switches. Wait, there's a problem. What?
You forgot, Jane. I know how to swim.
But it's caustic substance that mutates things.
Yeah, well, you forgot another thing.
Yes, please explain why this didn't work.
I'm made of
Wait,
razzmatazz.
Oh my God, it's true. He's been drinking razzmatazz for years. That's why I developed a taste for Jamba Juice in the first place, because we always used to go down there every day when we were together, and he would get a large razzmatazz and I would get one of the good ones. And, oh my
Are you
God.
saying, babe, that he's like developed an immunity towards razzmatazz?
It looks like the-
iocane powder in The Princess Bride?
Yeah, exactly. The mutative effect has no power over him. Well,
I
I'm
wouldn't
going to get...
say no power,
What?
because
What's
look
that growing on him?
Look what's happened. I'm now covered in knives.
I'm getting back into my big robot suit. So it's a knife fight you want, huh, Slam?
That's right. Let's do this. I look so cool now.
You don't look that cool.
I look pretty cool.
No. He looks pretty cool.
Thank you,
so?
Gary.
This is Gary.
Gary can.
Yeah,
At least
I got
he's
the popcorn.
being
This is
real.
gonna be a
Ah!
fun fight, babe.
What? I was. My knives are sort of attached, like down the sides of my arms, like feathers on a bird. Whoa! Listen to this. Listen how cool this sounds.
Well, all I have to do is delay you, Slam, or didn't you notice there's only 20 seconds left on that bomb taped to your forehead?
Whoa!
Oh no! I've got to do something.
And while you might be a good knife fighter, I am almost as good as you. And the machine
Curses!
the machine is still due to be activated. As soon as Gary there pushes that big button, the final sequence will begin. Gary, push the button, babe.
I got my finger up, but push it now.
Push it, babe.
Right
Yeah,
now,
push it,
or
babe.
push it. Okay, I'm gonna push it.
Dive!
Okay, ready?
What?
One,
Oh,
two,
okay, hold on.
3. What? Oh no!
And I reach up and push the button next to it, which
No.
releases all the prisoners.
Baby Butters is free.
The doors to our cells are open.
Yes, it seems we all can get out and go as we please.
No, but also the scary monsters, that they also got out. That was what I was trying to do.
My scorpion tail will stab all these scientists. This is revenge for what you did to me. Stab, stab, stab.
We're getting stabbed. This is how we all talk.
We all sound like this right up until the moment we die. So you've killed all my guards and my scientists. It's just a delay, Slam. I'll be able to rebuild my machine elsewhere and find another Jamba Juice somewhere and do this all again until I can finally mutate the planet.
She's right. And what am I going to do? I only have 19 seconds left.
I'm gonna get a broom and sweep up some of these very sandy, dirty floors.
Oh, absolutely covered in sand.
And here's a handful for you, Slam. Wink.
What? Handsome? You're back.
That's right. I survived. The parachute carried me completely around the island and back through this window. Take this handful of sand. It's out of respect for successfully defeating me. Once again, my strange sense of honor is at play. We're still enemies. Leap out the window. I'll see you again.
Oh, there he goes, parachuting away again. All right.
It's just carrying him back around. In a couple of minutes, he's going to come back right through. All right, so you've got a handful of sand. What are you going to do with that, Slam? You've only got 10 seconds left.
Yep, these seconds are counting down real slow. Oh, yeah? Well, no, that's a good point. There's nothing I can do, Jane. All that stuff you said you were going to do, you're going to just do it. Because you're going to look at what you're doing, and you're going to do it.
Absolutely. I'll turn to look at Gary, who our relationship is very healthy and proceeding in a good way.
And we have a great sex life, babe.
Oh, yeah. It's really good.
Methinks thou doth protest too much.
Oh, no.
Is that an epigram?
Not. Absolutely not. A statistician came by, and here's what he got off of Gary.
And he was measuring everything.
Yep.
That was weird.
Everything.
Yeah.
Anyway, 5 seconds left.
I think I know the guy. Whoa, open my briefcase. Slide on my shoes.
What?
Here I come. Tappity tap 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 tappity tap tap tap.
You're slowly tap dancing towards me, Slam, but it won't make a difference. We've managed
Sand.
to right in my face. Stumble backward.
Babe, you fell in the razzmatazz.
I'm expanding. I've become some kind of blob, I suppose.
No! Look at her. She leaps and creeps and slides and glides across the floor, right through the door and all around the wall. Wait a minute.
She's absorbed the power of the substance. She's dissolving everything. The island is going to collapse. Everyone flee, monsters and scientists. And those and the captured guys.
What am I gonna... Wait a minute. The razzmatazz. It's the only substance corrosive enough to affect the adhesive on the tape on my head. I can take off the bomb and look. 2 seconds left. And once again, I toss. It absorbed into the blob and exploded.
Later. Well, Dr. Tom Noddy, the entire island has been destroyed by this corrosive mass. There's no sign of your machine, the cruel organization, any of their captured people or the scientists who were working for them. And there's no sign of Slam Cracklaw. It seems pretty clear that he was killed in the attempt of stopping them.
That's exactly what I wanted to happen, because I am the real villain.
Yeah, I mean, you did make that machine, which has no other purpose other than causing this massive disaster. Anyway, let's put you in prison, I think.
You can't do this. You can't do this. I just have one thing to say.
Yes?
Either this wallpaper goes, or I do.
Ah, that's so clever. That's really clever, isn't it, guys? Anyway,
I pre-planned it.
close the doors.
Close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors.
Slide in. Thought you got rid of me?
Slam, Cracklaw.
That's right.
How
I'm
did you
alive.
survive?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Why did you go back to prison?
Oh,
Yeah, I would like to know.
I kind of wanted to flaunt it in front of you.
The fact that you lived and got rid of
That's
the bomb,
right.
even though you could have left with no consequence. We would have thought you were dead. You could have escaped and lived a life again.
Listen, I'm a cool anti-hero action guy, and there's one thing that cool anti-hero action guys are known for,
What's that?
and that's cool phrases. That's why I came here to say to all of you, all of my new enemies, nowadays, most people die of a sort of creeping common sense and discover when it is too late that the only things one never regrets are one's mistakes.
Whoa.
Oh, I'm the cool, fun action man, and that's the fun of a
Wild!
epigram.
Damn you,
was
Oscar Wilde.
And that's a pre-planned epigram.
Pre-planned epigram.
Oh, my petticoat! Spencer James Parks. Have you ever thought of changing it to Spencer's James Parks, just for consistency?
Spencer's James Parks.
So-
Yeah, I'll consider that for the S's at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would definitely add more S sounds, which I greatly need.
That's
Good,
what I would
good.
do, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And maybe I should grow a lisp.
Yeah,
Remind people one more time where they can find the dictionary or anything else you want to.
You can find the dictionary on all the big podcast platform places, including my YouTube channel, which is at SpeedJampar, Spencer James Parks. The easiest way you could, if you go to YouTube, you could do SpeedJampar, or you can also type in Bulbous Bouffant, and
Yes.
that's a video that I made the animation for, but not the audio, and that's like a very big video. What else? Any other important things? Well, unrelated to the dictionary, I am helping to produce a feature-length animated film called Unplugged, which will hopefully be out someday. No animation yet. We're in the very early stages, but that's something that we are really excited about and working hard towards getting made sometime with a fantastic cast that's already been recorded, like Christina Ricci and Ed Asner and Jerry Ryan.
Glad you got
and
Ed
Louis
Asner ahead
Gossett
of time.
Yep. Yep, we got him right before he died.
Nice.
Oops. Yeah, we planned it so well.
Aw.
So yeah, that's just a really cool project that
That's
we're
awesome.
working on.
Is there a way to support it right now, or?
Well, you can check it out on IMDb. It's just called Unplugged. And we don't have like a fundraiser crowdfunding thing yet, but we may have something. We're gonna see if we can go like a investor route or production company route first. But
All right.
yeah, just keep it in the backs of your mind.
Yeah, we
good.
here at Big Town will keep everybody abreast of the Unplugged news. Do you know any animators?
Not a soul.
Okay.
Yeah, not sure what I'm going to do about that. Never met a single animator in my whole life.
It's a pity.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I'm sort of.
We'll see what we can do about that. Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, we should move on.
Yes. Wrap it up, Jesse.
Thank you, Josh. From the Victorian men, frustrated with Oscar Wilde,
To the pet store with mainly a bunch of aliens and a couple other dangerous things.
to the poor grandpa who was slowly dying while his grandkids were visiting.
And from that sad home to the island of the evil agency known as Cruel.
And from Cruel's island headquarters to Big Town.
And from Big Town
To your
to
town.
your town. And now we're all gonna say bye. We're all gonna say
Here
bye.
it comes.
Here
Here
we
it
go.
comes. Bye.
Discontent is the first step in the progress of a man or nation.
Whoa. You just had a bunch of Oscar Wilde quotes up there, didn't you?